Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. I'm your host, Grave Knives, coming to you from the Graves Court. Today, we're going to be checking out some dumb laws from another state. This is going to be round 2 for that state also. We got some dumb laws from back in the day, and that was the first round. Now came back, we found some more material, and we're digging through it. And we're giving each state a round 2, so we're doing that. But also please keep in mind that a lot of these laws are outdated. They do tend to be opinionated. I have found them in the past to be fabricated. I'm not trying to repeat myself from the old intro, but still, that's the truth. There's reasons why they're not taken off the law books yet. Generally because it costs money, and that's generally the part. It costs money to put it on there. It costs money to have it amended. Votes, time, taxpayer money. That's generally the reason. Most of them don't seem to be very often enforced. We do have occasionally come across a law that is kind of makes sense, but usually you'll get the reference of it's just dumb that they had to make a law because for that reason. It's like, seriously, an overabundance of laws you'll notice as we go on and move on through this series further on and on. And you'll start to realize that why they're just like, it's too many. But this is for fun. This is for humor. So don't get upset about what we find, what we see. Of course, there's going to be something radical, weird, and stupid, most likely. So just enjoy it, laugh, have a good time. That all being said, thank you for coming and checking it out. Now let's see what they got. All right, everybody, so getting us started with Massachusetts, round 2 is Middleborough. You can be fined $20 for swearing in public. If you ask me, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. But police in the town of 22,000 will be writing tickets bearing fines that amount to those who foul its public places with profanity after residents voted 183-50 in June 2012 that they were mad as hell and weren't going to take it anymore. Censorship. Now, like, if somebody's standing there like screaming profanity, like fuck you or fuck this, just repeatedly in front of you or others, like into the same crowd, then that's more like harassment. That's public disturbance, just by saying, oh, what the fuck, you step in a puddle, you step in, someone didn't clean up their dog droppings or whatever when they were walking their dog down the road. So, like, you got a $20 fine for saying a curse word, just period. That's dumb. I don't care if it's a small town, big town, doesn't matter. Dumb. Let's see. Stopping at red lights is not required by law unless they're flashing. I'm going to say bullshit on that already, just because, I don't know, generally, at least out here where I'm from, red light means stop, but who knows? Maybe it's different in Mass. Except when directed to proceed by a police officer, every driver of a vehicle approaching a stop sign or a flashing red signal indication shall stop at a clearly marked stop line. But if none, before entering the crosswalk on the near side of the intersection, or if none, then at the point nearest to the intersecting roadway where the driver has a view of approaching traffic on the intersecting roadway before entering it. After having stopped, the driver shall yield the right-of-way to any vehicle in the intersection or approaching on another roadway so closely as to constitute an immediate hazard during the time when such driver is moving across or within the intersection or junction of roadways. Nowhere in there does it say you don't have to stop at a fucking red light. They're talking about stop signs and flashing red lights, so obviously I would presume that a regular green, yellow, red flash, not flashing, but a regular steady light traffic light is covered in a different chapter somewhere. Now, this feels like one of those things where they cherry-picked something. They're like, all right, because it says this here, and it doesn't include this, we don't have to stop it. I guarantee you, I'm sure. I mean, I don't live out there, but, Scoots, you have to stop at red lights, right? It's my boy Scoots. I'm pretty sure you do. It would seem ridiculous not to, but who knows? Maybe they got some kind of wild, crazy law that you don't actually have to, stoplights are a joke. I don't know. Let's see. In Westport, dogs are strictly forbidden from riding in an ambulance. I would probably say more than likely, again, cherry picking. That's probably like any animal is not permitted to ride in an ambulance. Like whether it be a dog or a cat or your parakeet or a fucking walrus. I don't know. But I'm sure none of them are really allowed to be in the back of an ambulance, especially where, there's going to be someone injured, infection control, things like that. There might be a purpose behind that. I don't really see that as dumb. Southbridge. It is illegal to read books or newspapers after 8 p.m. in the streets. Why? What's the fucking matter? Is it a Dr. Seuss book? Is that? No. That's banned completely. I don't know. That sounds pretty stupid. If you're fucking reading a newspaper or whatever, how can you not sit outside on a bench somewhere? Southbridge. Excuse me, are you reading? Excuse me, get your ass over here right now. We don't have that in our town. Not after 8. You want to read, you get your ass home. Read your Dr. Seuss books in the privacy of your home. We don't want to see that around here after 8 p.m. Provincetown. It is illegal to sell suntan oil until after noon on Sunday. It's a Sunday law. I'm sure it's not just suntan oil. I'm sure there's a whole slew of other things you can't sell, or certain stores that are not allowed to be open on Sunday. We've read through a lot of these before. I mean, whether it be a car dealership not allowed to, be open, or barbershops, all sorts of stuff, pharmacies. Maybe there's certain products in this and Provincetown where they were like, you can't do this until, maybe the store itself where you would get this product isn't allowed to be open until afternoon. So you're shoehorned into like, okay, so suntan oil is, again, cherry picking and, twisting these laws to the extreme. Marblehead. The fucking town is called Marblehead. What the hell? It was illegal to cross the street on Sunday unless absolutely necessary. It was illegal, meaning it's obviously been repealed. Man, that's stupid. I mean, you get some really powerfully stupid Sunday laws. That would be another segment probably we should do, just stupid Sunday laws, because they're endless. It's like they just keep going on and on and on. They're in every damn state too. Good job by separation and of religion and state, by the way. Okay, so what the hell? Holyoke? Holyoke? You fucking tell me. It is unlawful to water your lawn when it is raining. That sounds like something a meth head would be doing. But then again, this freaking town, I mean, yeah, that sounds like a pretty dumb law. But Holyoke is a pretty dumb name. I'm sure I know I'm saying it wrong. It's all right. Trust me. I'm okay with this. Holyoke. It's got to be one of those. Boston. It's illegal to rummage through trash cans. Okay. I guess. Because, don't touch my garbage. It's my garbage. Don't touch my garbage. It is illegal to cut firewood in the street. This is also in Boston. Interesting. Who the fuck is cutting firewood in the middle of the street? Display of strength. Look, watch me split these logs with one swing. Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't be talking like that in Boston. They'd be like, hey, watch me split this log over here. Split this piece of wood. With his axe. I'm going to split it with his axe. It's against the law to hang a vending machine on a utility pole. Before I jump into that, is there actually vending machines that would fit a utility pole or something? Because that's about the only plausible Because beyond that, maybe some type of specially made vending machine to fit on 2 utility poles. I picture like probably what you're picturing, the big ass soda machines, and it's like seeing someone try to chain it up and attach it to a utility pole or next to it. And maybe that's what they're saying, like just chaining it up to a utility pole so no one steals it. That'd be weird. Who the hell is doing that? Okay, so whatever. I mean, dumb law. Another Boston law. It is illegal to post an advertisement on a public urinal. Oh. Like, are we talking on the side? Or are we talking about, like, inside the urinal? Because, I mean, please wear a glove if you do so. Who's doing that? Like, hey, do you have insurance? We've been trying to get a hold of you about your car warranty. You know, I mean, that kind of advertisement. What the fuck? It is against the law to keep manure in a building unless the building is being used as a stable. If it is, you can keep up to 2 cords. I don't know what the hell a cord of manure is, but you can keep up to 2 cords of manure. If you're overstocked, you need a permit to relocate it. You can't leave it in the street. So don't just drop shit in the street. Okay, got it. Good law. Good law. It is illegal to shoot a bow and arrow in the street. But what if someone's illegally dropping manure? Can you defend the street with a bow and arrow? In Woburn, in bars, it is actually illegal to walk around with a beer in your hand. Scoots, I need you to go test that one out. That sounds stupid. I don't think that that's real. Okay, what the hell kind of North and over? Or is it North and over? The use of space guns is prohibited. If you got that illegally purchased ray gun off those off the Greys, you know, the really, really illegal aliens, and they'd be selling you that really, really illegal space guns. Pew pew. You tell me. Is that a fucking thing? Like, wait a minute. Can I get space guns in North Andover? Like, I you know what? I love the name. If I can get space guns out of your town. Because it says it's just illegal to use. The use of space guns is prohibited. Doesn't say I can't. Can I get fucking space guns there? That would be dope, man. That'd be cool. Oh, I got to check into that. Where can I buy a space gun at? All families. Oh, I'm sorry. Newton. In Newton, Massachusetts. All families must be given a hog from the town's mayor. Sounds familiar. I think that might have been in the first round of Dumb Laws. In Nahant. Now that sounds like it should be in the South. Over here in Nahant, Massachusetts, it is illegal to excavate any city street. How is that a dumb law? No person except employees in the Department of Public Works in the lawful premises of their duties shall make or cause to be made any excavation in a public street or way. How is that dumb? I bet you goes a little bit further in saying something about written permission from the selectmen. Yeah, you pretty much got to get a permit to do it if you're going to do it. But why the hell are you trying to tear up the street? In the hand. No, I don't really think that's a dumb law. Yeah, if you're going to excavate a street, a public roadway, then yeah, you should have some type of a permit or some type of permission to explain why you're doing that. People should not just be able to excavate the street because they feel like it. Nahant. There might be buried treasure under here, Huck. Let's go. Sleds may not be coasted down the streets. Nahant has some dumbass laws already. I mean, we've only seen 2, but I'm like, wow, they are powerfully dumb. Article 8, streets, sidewalks, and public ways. Section 2, no person shall use a vehicle or a sled for coasting in or upon the roadway of any public way in the town. If you notice up there, it says streets, sidewalks, and public ways. So they're telling you not to sled down public sidewalks and stuff too. Occupied streets that are, could have vehicles driving down them. Tells you not to. Yeah, what the hell's wrong with going to a hill? You gonna tell me you don't have hills out there, like in Massachusetts, anywhere to like go snowing on a sleety day? Like, don't y'all have snow like all the time, anyways? I mean, shit. No, I don't really see that as a dumb law. Saying don't sled down the sidewalks. If I'm walking down the sidewalk and somebody comes sledding down and I have to jump out of the way, otherwise get my legs taken out and fucking eat the asphalt. Yeah, no, I don't see that as a dumb law. So these two Nahant laws, they don't really seem to be that dumb. I don't know. In Milford, peeping in the windows of automobiles is forbidden. How is that a dumb law? Okay, like, I understand, like, again, I'm all about, like, an overabundance of fucking laws that we have, okay? But, obviously, over in Milford, they must have had this issue with people peeking in cars, and when they see them, wait, what are you doing? Is that your car? No, it's not. Well, what are you doing? Just looking around. It's not illegal, so, obviously, maybe they made it illegal. That could be the possibility. Beyond that, I don't know. Maybe it's got some kind of like dirty back tone that we don't know about, but like at the same time, do you really think it's that dumb? I mean, like, do you want people coming sticking their face in your car, looking through your car, through your windows to see what you got? Maybe it's good enough to break into and, rob you. See what they can get out of your. It's not a dumb law. Shut up. Marlborough. Holy shit, Marlborough. Y'all got a place called Marlborough, Massachusetts. Woohoo! It is illegal for any citizen to own more than 2 dogs. I do kind of see that as a dumb law. I mean, like, so long in the sense of, like, you're taking care of those animals. If you can take care of 4 or 5 dogs, then you should be able to have 4 or 5 dogs, so long as you're actually properly tending to them and the premises in which they occupy. I get that. No problem there. One may not donate One may not donate a nuclear device in the city. Detonate a nuclear device in the city. This is not the only place that we've seen this law. There's been a number of them in the past, and they always tickle me in a special way just because, like, what are you gonna do? I guarantee your little podunk towns, even if Marlborough's like 22,000 or something, I guarantee you it's not that big overall in the size of diameter of the city limits probably. So, and yeah, that was just a random number I plucked out of the air from earlier. But more than likely, if the device is detonated in your town won't be there. So, dumb law. However, I think that usually comes into play with them cherry picking again, like probably saying certain explosive devices are not allowed to be detonated within city limits. So, nuclear device falls into that and they cherry pick it out. But still, kind of dumb. Silly string is illegal in the city limits. We've seen that one before in other cities too, like because some cop got sprayed by it. It's always the story behind that one. It's like kind of makes me wonder how legit is the silly string law. Because apparently there's a number of places out there that have got the silly string law because cops just don't like them. They sprayed me. And I almost pulled out my... No, I would hope not. Silly string, calm down. It is illegal to buy, sell, or possess a squirt gun. I feel like this kind of goes into the connected somewhere to the silly string in the sense of like... Now, I know for a fact they used to make squirt guns that looked very realistic to actual firearms. Now, those I could see being, confusing to an officer, especially, depends on, that's a really thick situation there to go through. But I had a gun, a little toy gun that made bang, bang noises, it was a battery operated, but it looked 100% like a 9mm Beretta. And this was as a kid. I'm that old where I actually got to play with those. And then it wasn't long after that, though, they popped out with all the orange tips and then the multicolored guns to make them bright colored so that they didn't look realistic. Maybe, like, if that was what they were saying with the squirt gun, they can't look realistic, then yeah, I can get that. But if they're saying as much as like a super soaker isn't not allowed, like you can't have the big bright neon orange, yellow, green freaking super soakers that look like water guns. Like, or even like a neon green little squirt pistol, like, now that's ridiculous. That's dumb. But the realistic ones I could see, absolutely. But anyways, moving on. Long Meadow. Long Meadow. No, I'm sorry, Long Meadow. I remember doing that back in the day, having Long Meadow on there. Is illegal for 2 men to carry a bathtub across the town green. I think that was actually in round 1, too. Yeah, I think that was the same damn law in Long Meadow. But what about if 2 women carried it? See, there's your way around the law. 2 men, it's illegal for 2 men to carry it. Not 2 women. Got to think your way around these dumbass laws. Hopkinton, though horses and cows are allowed on the common, dogs are prohibited. And I'd say that's more like so they don't spook the horses and cows. Cause a stampede. Over in Hingham. If you live, why do all these, like, so many of these, like, towns sound all, like, southern, but I don't know. If you live on Main Street and you want to paint your house, the colors must be approved by the Historical Society. Fuck that shit. What if I paint my house and I want it to look, be black and yellow so it can look like a fucking bumblebee? Hell yeah, I'm doing it. I don't give a shit what the Historical Society says. It's Hingham. It's not even Boston. It's Hingham. Who the fuck? Nobody cares about Hingham in your Historical Society. What did you have? Was somebody important? I don't know. Like, was somebody important born there? Because if it was, I don't know about it. I don't think the Historical Society should be dictating, what your house looks like, though, on Main Street. Bullshit. Again, in Hingham, you may not have colored lights on your house if it can be seen from Main Street. So they have to decide the color of your house and if you can have colored lights or not. If you're on Main Street again, we don't want colored lights on Main Street. Only white lights. Really? I don't know. I'd be more like, go fuck yourself. I would put the most colorful lights all over my bumblebee painted house. Serious. Cambridge. It costs $50 extra for a permit for hurling, soccer, or Gaelic football games in a public park on Sunday. So everything, all other games cost a permit too, but just those 3. What the fuck is hurling? The hell is hurling? It sounds like something you do when you've at the end of your pub crawl. Yeah, it's gonna talk to me about recreational sports and having permits and stuff. I'll actually believe this one. I mean, on its face value, that I don't doubt for a second that they're charging people more money for that. You may not walk around with an alcoholic beverage, and that's in Burlington. Like anywhere, you got places. A lot of places say you can't walk around with a open alcohol or open. Yeah, no, it's just open. At least out here, it's open. You can have an alcoholic beverage, I guess, on your person if you're going somewhere or whatever. Probably not if you're just sitting on the side of the street uptown. But, yeah, as long as it's not open, it's not a violation. But, if you're running around drinking it, walking down the roads, getting smashed off a bottle of vodka, yeah, they might have, they'll give you shit about it. It's probably a safety thing, honestly. Don't fall out into the street drunk, get ran over. Then it's somebody else's fault because you fell out in the street drunk. It is illegal for any citizen to own more than 3 dogs, and that's in Boston. Marlborough said 2 dogs. Boston says 3 dogs. And I say again, if you have the means and you actually take care of those animals, then there should be no problem with any animals. And why is it just dogs? Do cats have a limit? What about birds, snakes, monkeys? Like, walruses. Yeah, I would like monkeys and walruses. Am I unlimited amount for those? Because guess what? I am building the monkey walrus army in fucking Boston. Next year, sometime. I'll do it. Watch me. No one may take a bath without a prescription. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm getting really tired of seeing like these half words split. I do not like this layout here, how they did this. But anyways, no one may take a bath without a prescription. That sounds absolutely ridiculous, and it doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you need a prescription to take a bath? Unless they're saying like maybe a drought period, and that was a law during the drought period where like people were told not to take. I don't know. Maybe it happened. I couldn't tell you. This sounds weird. No one may take a bath without a prescription. Continuing in Boston, women may not wear heels over 3 inches in length while on the common. Yeah, I definitely say that's dumb. Because, like, 3 inches, like, anything over 3 inches is damaging, but, up to 3 inches is fine. Sounds dumb as hell. Boston, duel. We're still in Boston. Like, everyone thinks Boston. Duels to the death permitted on the common on Sundays, provided that the governor is present. Ooh, you can duel to the death on the common. You just got to get the governor to okay it and hang out there with you and watch. Hey, there's our next new reality TV show, Boston. Woohoo! An old law prohibits the taking of baths on Sunday. See, there's an old law that prohibits the taking of baths on Sunday, and apparently at one point in time you needed a prescription to take a bath. Possibly a drought period, I don't know. It is illegal to eat peanuts in church. Just peanuts? Or, like, can I have, like, a quesadilla? Would that be all right? Or is it all food and drink beyond, like, the Crutano Christ and the grape juice? I'm just curious. Boston. Anyone may let their sheep and cows graze in the public gardens, commons, at any time except Sundays. That's in Boston. I think it was in Marlborough or whatever. They were saying, like, only in, like, cows and horses on Sundays, no dogs. This is really weird. Like, I could see, like, if you're trying to move around, at least in this time period, going to different places would be very confusing. No, you can't have them out here on Sunday. Dogs out here on Sunday. No dogs out here on Sunday. Fucking cows and horses, okay, and sheep, too. Fucking dumb. No one may cross the Boston Common without carrying a shotgun in case of bears. What's the Boston Common? Boston Garden? Like, that sounds really specific. Now, I mean, they refer to as commons, like in general, like multi and the other ones over here. Here, they're saying the Boston Common. Like, it's a very specific one. Probably so. No more than 2 baths may be taken within the confines of the city. Like, what is that time-wise? Like, 2 baths a week? 2 baths a month? A year? What is it? Let's see. 2 people may not kiss in front of a church. Continuing on with Boston here, it is illegal to play the fiddle. And then a general Massachusetts law, just all over the state, a woman cannot be on top in sexual activities. Boston laws are lame. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not. It's discriminatory. I don't dig it. Fowl, particularly roosters, are prohibited from going into bakeries. Yeah, that's a pretty dumb law. I mean, really, who's going to be dragging their cock around in a bakery? No, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Massachusetts. It is unlawful to deliver diapers on Sunday. Well, back in the day, they did used to have, diaper services just like the milkman, dirty diapers. I don't know if they still do that. Do they still do that? That'd be different, wouldn't it? I don't think anybody actually still does that. Gross. Maybe they do. I could be totally wrong. Shooting ranges may not set up targets that resemble human beings. Funny enough. No need to read into that. I mean, I don't doubt it one bit. Dumb enough, though. It's like, okay, only shoot these targets that, are not shaped like what your target could be. Maybe bears. Maybe they have to be shaped like bears. That's a possibility, So you can use your shotgun whenever you, or whatever, a gun, whenever you cross the common and have to fight a bear. Christmas was once outlawed in Massachusetts. But why? Apparently cancel culture was running hard back then, too. Candy may not contain more than 1% of alcohol. Selling candy or containing alcohol. Section 8, whoever sells to a person any candy enclosing or containing liquid or syrup having more than 1% of alcohol shall be punished by a fine of not more than $100. Continuing on in Massachusetts, just general Massey laws. It is illegal to give beer to hospital patients. Alcoholic beverages, patient's possession, whoever puts it under the direction. Yeah, basically what they're saying here is you can't give narcotics and alcohol to a patient if you're not directed by a doctor. And guess what? That's anywhere. At least anywhere to my best of knowledge. Anywhere I've worked, you can't just walk in and be like, here you go. Here's a beer. Here's some pills. Here's a doobie. You can't do that in a hospital. There's reasons why they say, nay, only give them what, because actually in the ultimate end, the hospital is responsible for their care. And if somebody's in there slipping them drugs or something and it fucks with their treatment and causes an adverse reaction, yeah, so there's reasons behind that. Don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of places I work where actually patients were actually allotted, by a doctor to have alcoholic drinks at night or something like that to help them relax. And so it's not like, they just say absolutely not. It's just saying, hey, you Joe Blow can't roll into a hospital and start passing out, beers from, your cooler. Sorry. Snoring is prohibited unless all bedroom windows are closed and securely locked. So that way the snores, nobody can hear it. Stupid. Quakers and witches are banned. So, like, the oatmeal guys, no good? Like, are you guys not allowed to have that picture? The Quaker Oats guy? Tattooing tattooing and body piercings is illegal, but this was repealed in October of 2000. Damn, all the way up to 2000, y'all weren't allowed to have, like, tattoo or body piercing shops? Huh. All men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday. One of those lovely Sunday laws from back in the day. Obviously, repealed. An old ordinance declares goatees illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public. What? You had to pay to have a freaking facial hairstyle? Oh, that's pretty dumb. But, goatees are, so I can, no, I'm joking. That's dumb. It is illegal to frighten a pigeon. Like, you sneak up on pigeons a lot. Like, people get their kicks. Like, I get my kicks every day just by sneaking up on the pigeons. And then the cop catches you and he's like, nope, now you're going to jail, harassing the pigeons. Defacing a milk carton is punishable by a $10 fine. Defacing a milk carton. Are we talking about, like, milk crates? Like the crates they would leave behind the store, people break them up. Because if you're actually talking about a carton of milk, that doesn't make sense. Like, who's somebody spray painting or going in with a magic marker? I'm pretty sure it's more the milk crates themselves. I guess maybe they call them cartons, but we call them crates out here because they're fucking crates. Little milk crates. It is illegal to allow someone to use stilts while working on the construction of a building. I actually got a buddy who wore stilts when he was rebuilding his house. Helped him out a lot. I mean, they weren't just like regular sticks. They were actually built for that type of work and helped him out, though. It was pretty cool. My ass wouldn't get on them, though. There ain't no way I'd be falling over in a heartbeat. It is illegal to keep a mule on the second floor of a building not in the city unless there are 2 exits. So, if it's not in the city, you can't keep it on the second floor. If it's in the city, though, you can keep the mule on the second floor in the city. Absolutely. That's no problem. But if it's outside of the city, you got to have 2 exits for the mule to get out. It is unlawful. This is stupid. It is unlawful. If you go off of what that says there, it's basically saying, that in the city you can. That's strange. See, this is kind of like that red light law thing. It is unlawful to injure a football goal post. Doing so is punishable by a $200 fine. To injure a football goal post? What the hell? Hell, that's the most expensive thing I think we've seen on here. Public boxing matches are outlawed. I'm sure they're talking more like underground matches and private. I've seen private boxing matches. Yeah. So underground boxing matches are outlawed. Yeah, we kind of already know that. I mean, I don't know how that's a dumb law in the sense of like, it's already generally, should it be? I don't know. I guess people want to get together and have a boxing match, in their own privacy, then go for it. But usually I think it has more to do with like gambling that accompanies the event. So let's see. At a wake, mourners may eat no more than 3 sandwiches. You're fucking limited to how much you can eat at a wake. Is that a real fucking problem? I'm sorry, Susie, but you need to stop. All right, that's your 4th. If you go one more, I'm calling the police. Fuck. It is legal to go to bed without first having a full bath. What the fuck? So we've seen Boston laws and other city laws saying you can't have baths without, prescriptions. Don't take an old law that says don't take a bath, more than 2 baths. That's without really they don't give a window of time by any means. But now we're talking about, it's illegal to go to bed without first having a bath. It gets confusing. Hunting on Sundays is prohibited. Fucking Sunday law. Tomatoes may not be used in the production of clam chowder. I remember this law from the first one, and I just want to go back to say this is exactly why I don't like how they're putting these, how they have this format here, because like partial words aren't complete. And I'm like, that looked like production of clam chowder. But yeah, anyways, so tomatoes may not be used in the production of clam chowder. I don't like clam chowder to begin with, and I don't like tomatoes really either. So they both sound nasty, and putting them together sounds fucking horrible. Massachusetts liquor stores can only open on Sundays if they are in Berkshire, Essex, Franklin, Middlesex, or Worcester. Sure. So you got a few places, the Worcester counties, and are within 10 miles of the Vermont or New Hampshire borders. Yeah, so they got to be within the borders, and it's very few, just a handful of counties that apparently are allowed to do so. Alcoholic drink specials are illegal. What do you mean specials? Like, are you talking about like 75-cent glasses or something like that? 75-cent draft. Like how the fuck is that illegal? Bullets may not be used as currency. Sounds like a very old-timey type deal thing, to offer for trade. It's illegal to drive Texan, Mexican, Cherokee, or Indian cattle on a public road. That's different. That's very, very different. You can't drive Texan, Mexican, Cherokee, or Indian cattle on a public road. I'm sure they mean Native American. But, let's see here. How would you guys say that? I'm trying to actually picture in my head someone in Boston or in Massachusetts like, hey, you ain't driving a Texan, a Mexican, or the Cherokee over here, all right? No Indian cattle up in here, all right? Is that how it goes? We ain't having none of that up in here. Where's my car keys? I'm going to go get me a coffee while I brew about this Texan, Mexican, Cherokee, Indian cattle problem. Yeah. No gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car. And those fucking gorillas, too. They're not going to be in no fucking back seats either. Fuck that shit. Well, and I'm not having it in my town. Not in my state. No gorillas in the back seat. That's a hazard right there. Affiliation with the affiliation with the Communist Party is illegal. And fuck those fucking commies, too. Especially those gorilla commies. I ain't fucking having it up in here. Taxi drivers are prohibited from making love in the front seat of their taxi during their shifts. Bow chicka wow wow. Children may smoke, but they may not purchase cigarettes. I love it. the most logical of laws that we've seen so far. Oh my gosh, we have seen some dumb ass stuff through this one, haven't we? Well done, Massachusetts. That was actually pretty damn entertaining. Thank you for that. Thank you for those dumbass laws. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm Grave Knives. Be looking forward to the next one. From the grave to the grave. I'll see y'all next time.